What? Ah! No! Oh, God! Why, hello, my loves. It is time for The Haunting of Hill House. I am so excited, but before we get into it, make sure you go like and subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit that notification bell. If there's any community that can find that special button, I know it's you guys. As always, these videos do have to be cut up for YouTube, so if you want my full-length reactions, you can head on over to my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. Not only do you get my full-length reactions, but you get to participate in polls and help decide what movies come next. And you get to enjoy Patreon exclusives like Winona Earp, which we are starting this week. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Boop!
No live organism can continue to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Hill House, not sane, stood by itself against its hills, holding darkness within. It had stood so for 100 years before my family moved in, and whatever walked there, walked alone.
Hill House, then.
It's okay, Theo. Go back to bed.
Should I wake up Mom and Dad?
I've got it.
This house reminds me of the Bly Manor house. Oh, I forgot to mention, for those of you who are new on YouTube, I have seen Bly. I adored Bly Manor, so...
Okay, Nellie? You scared? That's okay. I get scared too sometimes.
Nellie, Theo, what's this kid's name? Did I already miss it?
Are you awake, Luke?
Luke.
Because Nellie's awake.
What was it?
Definitely.
Oh, her again? Your big brother must have scared her away. Big brothers are good like that.
What if she's hiding?
She's long gone. I guess everybody can go back to bed now. You remember what we talked about before? Kids' dreams are special. They're like...
An ocean.
An ocean.
That's right. And the big dreams...
Does he have contacts in?
Back to bed, Stevie.
Stevie, Nellie, Theo, Luke.
That bent neck lady is really scary. And that's all she is. She's just a little spill.
How long do we have to live here, Daddy?
Well, your mother and I, we have to finish fixing this house, and then someone has to buy it, and then we can go. Just like the last house. Now, you get back to sleep, both of you. I love you, sweetie.
Okay, so they're like house flippers, basically. They live in a house while they fix it up and then sell it. Got it. It's actually a gorgeous house. Oh, I'm such a sucker for natural woods and houses. Like, old wood floors and,
Dancing in the red room.
You're dreaming, Cheryl.
The pandas aren't dreaming.
Pandas, huh?
Pandas don't eat macaroni.
Noted.
So everyone's dreaming very vividly in this house. Don't you dare. Don't. Oh.
Pandas don't like macaroni, Liv.
Oh, the door's open again. Poor kids.
Luke?
Oh, what's moving? Oh, no! No! Look! She's there! I wonder if this is gonna have more, like, of the hidden ghosts than Bly did, or about the same, or less.
Carl was driving on Rural 86 during the storm. Do you remember that storm? Oh, of course not. You were in LA. It was a bad one. It's cats and dogs, the worst I'd seen in 10 years. He was up in the boons when he lost control of the car. He went over a guardrail and went down a ravine. The car flipped over and you couldn't see it from the road, especially because of the rain. He was hanging there the whole time. Hours. Upside down, tangled up in his seatbelt. They said he could reach the horn, but he couldn't press it for long because, you see, his arm was broken. And that's how he died. Upside down, pressing on that horn for as long as he could stand to.
Oh, it's fucking awful.
So, when did it start?
The night after he died. It started with drops of water. Like raindrops falling onto my face. I started to hear a car horn. Short bursts. Distant, I think, but close enough to wake me. And then, finally, now this was right after the funeral itself. This was the night after the burial, you see. I felt the water on my cheeks, and I heard the car horn. And then I looked up at the ceiling, and there he was, hanging there, upside down. I could see the water dripping off of his hair, and his face was a deep purple, like the blood had all just pooled into his cheeks.
Oh, God.
And then his mouth fell open, but it wasn't a scream. It was a car horn coming from his mouth, so loud that I fell off the bed. And then I screamed. I screamed because I hit the floor and it startled me. And it was like I only just remembered, oh, right, I can scream. I should probably scream. And I screamed all right, and I ran, and I tripped in the hallway, and I looked back and he wasn't there, and then I laid there and I cried.
That's a very interesting story, Mrs. Walker.
Irene.
Irene, this is what I'd like to do. I'd like to look around your house. I'd like to set up some equipment. I'd also like to sleep in that room tonight.
Oh, he's like a ghost hunter. I thought she was seeing a shrink.
I can't promise I'll include your story in my book.
Oh, of course.
But it's possible. And I thank you for sharing it with me.
It's for a book? Okay, so maybe he's not a ghost hunter per se, but he's like writing a book about something. Oh, what? The Haunting of Hill House.
I'm sorry, I should have told you I'm a fan.
Did she make up that story? I was trying not to be mean, but she just wasn't like... Is that horrible of me to say? I just feel like she made that up.
The way you write, I just assumed...
Other people's stories. People like you, Irene. I give them the right voice, that's all.
Well, I hope tonight is a game changer for you.
How so?
Maybe my Carl will finally give you a story of your own. You were one of his favorite writers, so maybe that's the reason for all this.
You know, I can tell you one thing about Hill House that isn't in the book.
Oh, yes, please.
All those years trying to understand what happened in that house, you know what I never found? A reason. So don't expect one.
How are your brother and sisters doing? I've wondered since the book. How are they doing these days? You know who I wish would write a book? Your dad.
She's like a creepy fan. I don't like her.
Good night.
Hey, will you grab her blanket?
Yeah.
Thanks.
She looks so different in this one. At first I was like, oh, they have a different actress. I thought that one lady was the mom in this, and I was like, oh, that is her. She just looks so different. What's going on here? Why are they sleeping here? Why not in a bed? Did I miss something? Like, if she's scared, bring her into bed with you or something. That's what I would do if my kids are scared. They climb into bed with me. Why is this child sleeping alone in the fucking creepy house downstairs? Like, if your child's having scary nightmares, have them sleep with you. If they're waking up to this, have them sleep with you. That's terrifying. That poor little girl. Why am I already mad? Fuck these parents.
It's Max. I think he's just a little
nervous about it.
I'd say adamantly opposed. Sorry, excuse me.
Hi, Max. I'm Shirley.
I'm an idiot. What's MA? What, Minnesota? No. Massachusetts. Right?
It's important to say goodbye to Grandma. Viewing is just a way to do that, to see her one last time and tell her you love her.
I don't need to say goodbye.
A lot of people feel that way at first, but then they feel much better when they do.
That's what Mommy said. But she was wrong. Grammy keeps sitting on my bed at night, touching my hair. She just stares at me. And her eyes must hurt.
Why?
Because she doesn't blink.
It's fucking creepy too, even if that is your grandma. Grandma, go away. You're being creepy.
It's Nell. I need you to call me. It's hard to understand. Everything's so twisted and it's hard to explain, but I'm worried about Luke. Have you talked to him? Call me.
It's here.
It's great.
Hi, this is Nell. Please leave a message.
Hey, I think you really nailed it. It really sends a message. We should put it on the website. I think it'll work great in print, too. People still read papers, that is.
Ow!
This is supposed to be the easy part.
There's nothing easy about this house.
You okay, Daddy?
Just trying to fix the flu. The house doesn't like it, I guess. Oh, Mr. Dudley found something for you.
I don't know if this is gonna work, young lady.
Is this that... What was her name? The one that was in Massachusetts?
I got it.
Open it!
Mr. Dudley says this is a master key, so it's supposed to open any door in the house.
He's a weirdo. So is that lady.
Daddy says they've been taking care of this house for years and years, so if anyone would know where the key is.
What do you think is in there?
This isn't working.
It could be a pony. Something was moving. I saw the shadow under the door.
Well, this door's been locked for years and years and years and
Then don't open it, little girl.
this one doesn't work either.
Where's the freaking key?
Don't say that word.
You say it. The keys never work. Can't he just use that big hammer?
We'll find the key.
Shirley. Shirley's this girl's name. Shirley and Nell.
Daddy, we need more keys. It's an emergency.
Ah! Nope.
But she sounded rough.
Cheryl,
Rougher than usual. She said it was about Luke.
then call Luke.
I did.
Straight to voicemail.
Then he sold his phone for
Cash, or he's still in rehab, which means we stay out of it.
Look, I can't deal with this right now. I'm working.
Yeah? You working?
That's right, Cheryl. Something else you want to add?
Fine, I'll just handle it, shall I?
That's why everybody dumps their shit on me, isn't it, Steve?
'Cause I'm the oldest. It's my job.
Oh, wait. That's you.
Fine.
I'll handle... Jesus.
Tea?
Sure. Thank you.
So, does this stuff, capture the supernatural?
Don't believe in that word.
He seems to be a fairly realistic and grounded ghost writer. What are these guys called that write books about haunted places?
During an eclipse, I had no idea what it was. The eye of an angry god, an evil spirit. Nothing supernatural about it, though. Once we understood what it was, well, it was just natural. I prefer preternatural. Natural phenomena that we don't quite understand yet.
I like that. That is true. Can you imagine being a human that didn't know what an eclipse was and seeing that shit? Like, what the actual fuck?
What was your name again? Thanks, Paige.
Hi, this is Nell. Please leave a message after the beep.
It's Steve. I'm sorry I missed your call. I talked to Shirley. I know you're worried about Luke, but I called his rehab center, and he's fine. He actually got his 90-day chip today, if you can believe that. I'll be around tomorrow if you still need to chat. I hope you're well, Nellie. I mean that.
What's going on with Nellie? Show us Nellie. My love, Victoria. Boston. Well, hello! It'd be so creepy. Oh.
Theodora.
Hey. I get why she's a favorite. That was a nice transition.
Where'd you come from? So what's your story?
What do you mean?
I mean, who are you? What do you do? Where are you from? You live in a funeral home.
I think I blacked out.
I mean, the program's brutal, but I love Boston, man. It's such a great town.
Why are you putting a glove on?
I'm just kind of a germaphobe.
That's okay, none taken.
That was really good.
Yeah, you're damn right.
I have to work tomorrow.
Oh.
Early.
Oh. Okay. Was it something I said?
No, we just did what we came here to do, yeah?
Okay, then.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, she lives like in her garage thing. It's separate from the house, right? I'm trying to get a sense of the layout here.
I got beer.
New friend?
She coming back? No. I mean, she's sweet enough, but pile of issues.
I just don't think you can really know so much after such a quick encounter.
Who's saying it's quick? I mean,
Why is she wearing that glove? She was not wearing that glove at the club, was she?
I said you could live here. I wasn't expecting the pussy parade. Nell called me today. She sounded bad.
Yeah, because it sucks to be Nell.
She call you?
No, of course not. We still haven't talked since LA.
Theo.
Don't. I'm just waiting for an apology. I'm drawing boundaries, which is something you might want to look into. What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
And you never really will.
Fuck, this show is totally gonna trigger all of my sibling wounds and shit, isn't it? Fuck you guys. Fuck Mike Flanagan.
Luke will show up when he needs money.
I just keep thinking, what if he doesn't? Or if he does, it'll be the last time I ever see him.
Boundaries. Maybe a brick wall when it comes to Luke.
Nope, I'm not gonna feel that one. Nope, no. Fuck, okay. Shit, actually I need to take a second. I did not expect that. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, guys. That whole worrying about your siblings that killed me. That's creepy as fuck. Alright, they're pulling me back in. Thank you. Distract me. Distract me with something else. What the Oh god!
Nell?
Daddy.
Honey, are you okay? What time is it?
Do you remember the Bedneck lady?
Wait, this is the dad? They don't have the other guy playing the dad? Is this supposed to be an older version of him? I'm confused now.
Yes.
She's back.
Okay. Okay. Nell, where are you?
I'm at home. In bed.
I want you to go to Stephen Lee's. I'm going to drive to Orlando, get a flight to LA. Steve's closest, so you go to him.
Okay, now I'll see you there tomorrow.
Okay. I love you, Daddy.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry to wake you. Good night, Daddy.
That did not sound fine. Nope, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing? I'm back to the house. That one didn't get me. Ha!
I don't know. She wouldn't. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. Get up.
Okay, so that's the older version of this guy, right?
Get up. We gotta get out of here right now.
Why?
Quietly, quiet.
It seems so weird with how good they are at aging and de-aging. I don't know why they wouldn't just use him and make him look older. Oh, he's scared now. What's happening? The fuck is happening? What about your other kids?
We're gonna run.
Dad, what's going on?
Quiet.
What are you running from, sir? And where are your other kids?
I'm gonna carry you. You keep your eyes closed no matter what you hear. You don't open them. You promise? Do you promise?
I promise.
Oh god, I have a worse feeling in my stomach. What happened?
Keep them closed.
Why are people dead out there?
Okay. Eyes closed.
You just said you were gonna carry him and then you put him down. Alright, that's fine, whatever.
Get back in the car!
I saw Abigail in the window! She was in the window!
Abigail? Who's Abigail?
What's happening? What's happening? Where's Mom? I thought I saw her upstairs!
That's not Mom!
Okay, well, at least he has all the kids. Thank God. I thought it was like, it's too late for the rest of them, I'm saving you, kind of a moment. Which, I mean, I guess we saw them all as adults, but...
Dad! We can't leave Mom! Dad! Dad! Dad!
Dad, I told you. There's no reason you and I need to talk. You don't just get to call me and tell me what to do.
You're closest and your sister needs you. You get home and you stay with her. You keep your eye on her. Don't let her out of your sight.
Dad, I'm not even...
I'll see you there. I'll meet you there.
living at home right now.
Did the mom get possessed or something and she was that crazy one running down the hall, or is that the mom? She dancing like a weirdo. Oh, it's Nell. What are you doing, sweetie?
Nellie's in the red room.
Oh, is that Luke? We haven't seen him yet. They're all waking up at the same time because of a throat. Something with the throat. Oh, is he actually gonna see it? No way this lady was for real. Didn't get me that time either. Ha!
There used to be a stop sign there until recently, yes?
I don't know. I think so.
There was a pole there, see? But no sign. Kids taken for their dorm rooms. It's a moderately trafficked area. A four-way stop without a sign is bound to have a few near misses. You slept better with your husband in bed, right?
Of course.
You're probably just noticing the car horns now because you're not sleeping as well. Things you used to sleep through. The water? It was a big storm the night he died. One of the biggest you've seen in a long time.
Yes?
There's a leak in your roof. You might want to get that looked at. Water damage is no joke.
And the man I saw hanging from my ceiling?
Yeah, she spun a very wild tale, buddy.
I know what I saw.
The water, the car horns. You'd be picturing how he died as much as you wouldn't want to.
I saw him.
When you push that stuff down, it comes out at night. You couldn't help it. When I said I've never seen a ghost, it's not exactly true. I've seen a lot of ghosts. Just not the way you think. A ghost can be a lot of things. A memory, a daydream, a secret, grief, anger, guilt. But in my experience, most times they're just what we want to see.
Why would I want to see my Carl like that?
Because it's better than never seeing him again. Most times a ghost is a wish.
Oh.
The fuck, Steve?
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it.
What's going on?
My brother just raped the family is what's going on.
Hang on.
Look, I get that things haven't exactly been going well with your writing. And when you said you wanted to do a book about the house, I understood that, but this is...
I sent you guys the manuscript in case you had any objections. I didn't have to do that.
Of course we object. I object, Steve.
Let's calm down a bit.
You be calm, Lee. It's not your name in here. It's not your family. You weren't there. Nell, Luke, Theo, they were just kids. The things they told you in
I'm
confidence.
clear that they were kids.
You make Mom sound fucking crazy.
Oh, Mom wasn't crazy?
And the Dudleys and Dad? This is the worst of the bullshit. Worse than the tabloids.
Dad had every opportunity to set that straight. He said it was haunted. Those are his
He was
words.
a wreck. He just lost his wife.
And he hasn't said shit since. Does he talk to you, Cheryl? Did he tell you what happened that night? Because all I've got are those tabloid quotes. He refuses to tell us anything else.
He believed it, Steve. When he said those things, he believed them. In the moment, at least. And you never did.
Neither did you.
And now you're digging up that stuff for a buck? So you can stop living off credit for a change?
Look, I can tell that you're upset, but Steve had
Buck,
every right.
do you know how much money they're offering on the advance? We can buy a house. We can move to LA. I need to start a real life for my own family.
We're your family, Steve. What you're doing to Mom?
Mom was mentally ill. It's a fact. I'll be damned if the apple didn't fall too far from... I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that wasn't...
Wow. You publish this, you know what it costs.
Alright, well, I'm in. I'm already intrigued as fuck. I need to know the story, so they got me. Congratulations.
You really didn't see anything.
They didn't see anything. That's not the point. My kids don't take the stand, Ross. I've been clear about that.
I had my eyes closed when we left.
You don't say anything, Stevie.
No one else can corroborate your story, Hugh.
That's right.
The judge hears you talk about packing 5 kids into your car at 3 in the morning. They're gonna wonder why they aren't hearing from those kids. The media's already piling on. If we don't give them someone else to write about, it's gonna be more and more of this.
It's tabloids. It's just tabloids.
It's family court. This type of stuff doesn't help in a custody hearing.
They never filed charges. I was never placed under arrest. It was a...
The mom committed.
We can't unring this bell.
Okay, fine, they can rip me to pieces, but they don't get to take bites out of the kids.
Aww.
Now, they'll pay you. They'll pay you to walk the grounds, take some pictures.
No one goes near the house. Just the police. No one else has to.
Then sell it. You need the money, Hugh.
No.
You're saying you want to keep the house your wife just died in? You have any idea how that looks?
I want the gates and the doors kept locked at all times, and I want to know every day that it's empty. Except for the Dudleys. The Dudleys stay on.
Why the Dudleys?
And it sits there and rots.
What'd the Dudleys ever do to you?
I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Oh, I'm feeling for this dad, though. The fact that he's willing to let them tear him to pieces to protect the kids is... He's got me on his side.
Hello.
Hey.
What do you want?
There's something up with Nell. She may show up at the house today.
At my house?
The house, yeah.
Why?
My dad told her to. I didn't get a chance to tell him what's... But I'm sorry, you can just point it at me.
Is that all?
Ooh.
Maybe I can come by and we can talk about this some more.
You know what you'd have to say. You tell me. Is there any point?
Hello, young man.
Dad says you and Mr. Dudley come with the house.
Houses like this one require a staff.
Why don't you live here?
We live close by. At the edge of the property, through the woods, right by town. The staff hasn't lived on the grounds since 1948.
So the people that lived here before us?
The Hills?
So they were all alone?
Oh, yes. No one would live nearer than town. No one will come any nearer than that. So yes, they lived all alone. In the night. In the dark.
Don't all families do that? Live alone in their house at night?
So something tells me they weren't too scared of the dark.
I see. And you know what those things do, don't you?
They're parlor games. People use them to scare themselves.
This is the problem with schools these days. They teach you the secular world, smother you in science, and science isn't an exact science, you know. The world is dark, young man, and the only light is the light of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh, religious trauma!
Hugh and I decided when Steve was little. See, we knew that throughout his life he'd be exposed to all sorts of ideas and beliefs, that there'd be all sorts of people who'd tell him they had the answers.
I'm sorry, I meant no offense.
So yes, he knows the Gospels. He's also familiar with the Talmud, the Tao Te Ching, the Torah, the Quran, Greek mythology. And he reads a lot of Carl Sagan, Shakespeare. Why is that, honey?
Because there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
Than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Very good, ma'am.
Well, I don't suppose either of you have seen Luke.
I assume you tried the treehouse?
Very funny, mister.
She's so damn pretty!
Never occurs to her you'll be in your treehouse. You know, the one Dad built for you.
I don't want to go in yet. I don't like it inside.
No rush, my man.
It's a really nice treehouse. I want one.
Is this the family?
Yep.
Who's this?
Some girl I saw by the woods.
You know, I used to have imaginary friends too. They go away when you get bigger.
She's not imaginary. Will you hang out with me?
You want me to?
Yeah, you can hang out all the time. We can draw together. No girls, just Stevie and Luke.
Cool kids.
Fuck, he's such a good brother.
Where do you get the ideas for these drawings?
Los Angeles. I'm a San Diego girl myself, but you know. Father Mucker.
Hey, Luke. Hey, Steve.
Where is this? I thought Luke was in rehab or something.
This isn't what it looks like.
Aww.
Are you cold? Here.
Tell you what, I've got. Let me see. $200 here. You hand me that iPad, you can keep the cash and sell that old camera. I need the iPad. You know. It stays here.
Fuck. Oh, the pain that Steve's feeling and the shame that other dude is feeling. Oh my god, his name just slipped out of my brain. I had it, I swear. Luke. Huh.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I know it really isn't what you think. Good.
Fuck. It's one of the most painful places to be in the world. When you catch a sibling stealing your shit like that. You know how much pain they're in and you want to be mad, but you're not even mad. You just hurt so bad seeing them like that. And you do anything to just show them that you love them and that you're there. And
You just stood there and watched him loot me? Christ, Nell. So you hit up everybody, dragged Luke out, made Dad hop on a plane. Fine. Got us all listening. What do you want?
What's so damn important now?
Oh, ow, stop being mean to her.
Shit. I didn't give him the address. Hey, I tried to tell you, we're... Dad? I can't hear you.
You hear me? I said it's about Nell.
I know, I just walked in and she's,
Nell was lying.
Shocking.
She wasn't in L.A. She was at the house, Steve. She was at the house. She's dead.
Oh no. Okay, so that was episode 1. I was not expecting it to trigger that much emotion. You guys did tell me that this show is a family drama first and a horror show second. So I knew to expect complex relationships and characters, and I knew that the whole family aspect was going to be a really big focus. All of that. I just did not expect for it to hit me that hard in that specific way. I'm already intrigued, though. The mystery has hooked me already. The Dudleys are creepy. Keeping an eye on them, because something's got to go on with them, because they're creepy. Like, I don't know. I always feel weird about families that are like the groundskeepers at creepy houses. There's always something going on with them. I'm sad that we've already lost Nell, although because of the non-linear storytelling, I'm guessing we'll see her again. I just don't know if we're only going to see her like in child flashbacks, or if we're going to see, is Victoria Pedretti still in this, or is that just she's done? Or maybe she's a ghost from now on. I don't know. I can't imagine they wouldn't use her throughout the season, so I guess it'll just be interesting to see what form that takes. Super excited for more Theo. I can definitely tell why she's a favorite, and I cannot wait to see more of her. But yeah, to be completely honest, as intrigued as I am with the mystery and the horror aspect of the show so far, and like the haunting and the ghosts and all of that, I'm actually most invested in the family dynamics and drama and sibling relationships. Like, I'm already feeling so emotionally invested in why Theo wasn't talking to Nell and how she's gonna react now knowing that they don't have a chance to make up, and what's going on with Luke, and that whole scene, that broke me. That was too much and too real and too painful, that scene between Luke and Steve. Just like I was saying, the pain and the shame and just all of the emotions that go into that dynamic playing out is just heartbreaking. And it's like, on the one hand, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have never been in that position that could potentially give Steve criticism in that moment for enabling or something to that effect, but if you have been in a position like that with a sibling, you know that there's just really no right answer, you know, whether you help them or you don't, you just have so little control over if they're okay. And sometimes you're just so desperate for them to know that you love them and that they're not alone. And you're so desperate to help take care of them and keep them safe. And, you know, for example, you think, okay, I could either give them this money and they can go do, you know, something with it, or they can put themselves in a more dangerous position trying to get the money, and you know they're going to do that. So do you just give it to them anyways, and at least they'll be safer in the, you know, in the short term? Or it's just a really painful place to be. There's no right answer. And I think in that moment, they did such a great job in making me feel the love. Not just from Steve, but from Luke too, because that shame and just pain and embarrassment and stuff that he feels when Steve catches him, and just that look on his face, you don't feel that level of shame unless you're hurting someone that you really love and you really don't want to be hurting. You know, that's a special kind of shame that comes from being truly disgusted with who you are in that moment and not feeling like you have the control to be anybody different. So Anyways, that whole scene just brought up a little bit too much for me. But in doing that, it got me very emotionally invested. Like I was saying, I really want to know what's going on with Steve. I really want to know more about, what's the older sister's name? Shirley or something like that. I want to know what's going on with her. I know there's something with her that we'll find out, because Steve said the mentally ill thing when they were talking about their mom, and Steve said, the not falling far from the tree, and she looked very personally hurt. Like that was a personal jab to her. So makes me feel like there's something to do with her in her backstory and her history that has to do with that comment and relating her to the mom. God, they really did just do a good job of making me feel for all of these characters. Like I am on all of their sides immediately. Even the dad, the fact that he was willing to let himself be scrutinized and destroyed by the news and media and everything, and his only thing was, the house needs to be locked up and my kids need to be kept out of it. Like, you can tear me to pieces, but you will not get a bite out of my kids. That just really won me over. I really respected that. Not to mention the fact that he had to get all of his kids out of the house. Something horrific happened, clearly, and he had to get all of his kids out, and just a lot to go through as a parent, man. So I feel for the dad already. And yeah, I'm so emotionally invested in these characters already. It's wild. So with that, let's wrap up because I'm about to watch episode 2. Hop down in those comments and let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know anything that I missed, anything I got wrong. You know the drill. Just another reminder that if you're watching this on YouTube, my full-length reaction is available on my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. And thank you all for being here with me today. It really is an honor to have you spend your time with me. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. See you later!